Hey, thanks for stopping by the garage today. Hey, we've got a little series going to be upgrading the fuel system on the car, all the way from the in-tank pump all the way up to the fuel injectors. This was necessary because of the E85 that I have in the car. I just don't have enough fuel pump, and I'm going to be upgrading the intake as well. That's going to be a little surprise for later, so stick around and enjoy the video. Bypass valve. This valve is what stays open when you're not in boost, closes when you're in boost. It must be properly adjusted, otherwise you lose boost because it doesn't close all the way. got the camera situated back there where I can see that nut. And I was able to get a socket on it through a hole.
Backwards. Kept the words I didn't say. No one made me feel this way, feel this way. Don't know why, don't know why. I wanna tell you things that I never told anyone. Don't know why, don't know why.
I don't want to do too much with the socket because this socket likes to fall off, and I don't want to lose it back on the transmission. I can loosen it all by hand now, and it's stuff sticky. Do yourself a favor, don't cover those holes with Flex Seal. That Flex Seal is really sticky. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your hoses off, drain your system, take your hoses off. I don't plan on doing any work on the lid. The intercooler inside I've already modified. Feel that? That's engine oil. That should be getting caught by my catch can, and it's not. Look at that. So, for all of you out there wanting to get an Elite Engineering catch can, well, you can see how well they work. Maybe I'll be going to a different brand. That's quite a bit. As you can see, this is in good shape. Didn't collapse. It is reinforced. I had dedicated motor works reinforce this. I have a video on that. I just flipped it over, laid it here on the car. It's not hurting anything. I'm going to put a towel down and flip it back. This is what seals up against the intercooler. So your air comes through your air cleaner, through the throttle body, in here, gets forced out by the rotors there, through the intercooler, and then along the lid and down into the runners. Those are the runners, and that's where the bolts are to remove the blower. You got to be very careful. Put a clean rag down in each one of those holes, otherwise you lose a bolt down there and the valve's open, it'll go inside your cylinder, and that's not good. And I went and unscrewed the sensor from the fuel rail, and a little bit of gasoline's coming out, so we're just going to collect that with a rag. I'm going to pull out the bolts that are located in the runners after I put some towels down inside the intake ports, and then we'll be able to pull the blower off. It might be a little stuck on there, but it should come right out. So I got all the screws out. There's 10 of them. Be careful. Some of them are going to come out with this black thing on them. You want to be careful with that. That doesn't look very good. I wonder what's up with that thing. That's strange. I don't know what that is there. Anyway, pay attention to these black spacers. When you pull the blower off, you want to make sure you get them all back. They don't fall out.
Take me back to the summer, back to the water. Take me back to the old, those summer days. I get lost in the colors. I remember the summer. Take me back to the old,
I saw some oil on this back one. I don't know if it, I don't know how dirty that is. I don't know if I had a slight leak. It didn't seem to, but everything seemed pretty normal. This side did run a little lean by about 1.5% to 2.5%. Not quite sure why. What we're going to do, we're just going to clean this up with some brake clean and a rag, and then we're going to run some tape over those ports so we don't get anything in there. That's your intake valve right there. I'll have to check it out a little closer, but it seems pretty normal for 8,000 miles since I had this thing off. Roughly 11,000 miles when I did the cam. The car's got 18,000 on it now. Well, I guess about 7,000 miles. And you can see the oil puddling up there. How dark it is. A catch can should have been catching that. It wasn't. What that can cause when there's oil in your intake, it can cause detonation, which isn't good. Yo. These gaskets here are riveted on. I have new gaskets, so we're going to have to drill those rivets out. Wanted to put new gaskets on for sure. Here's a fuel injector rail. Those are the ID850s. These, once you take out this bolt here, you just pull straight up on this bar and that bar, and they come right out. They just pop right out of those holes. I had to take off the purge solenoid, the bypass, and my pulley. This is going to be getting sent in for some work. Let me get some work done on it. I'm going to open it up a little bit. These actually look pretty good. There's a little bit of wear right there, but these are actually in really good shape. I'm not going to get this rebuilt. It doesn't need it. Covered my ports with masking tape temporarily. I'm going to pull this off as soon as possible and put painter's tape, because if for some reason, well, I know this is going to be like this at least 2 or 3 weeks because of the blower being out, maybe even more. So I want to get painter's tape down. It doesn't leave a residue and it comes off a lot easier. This stuff can get nasty if it gets old. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
I'm gonna miss you when I'm gone, 'cause I've missed you all along. I'm gonna